What do you think, bud? You want to give this another shot? Toothless, it'll be fine. Ready?
Let's talk a little bit about how we got from here to there. Specifically, Bonnie, with you, was starting with the first film.
I bumped into Jeffrey in the studio, Jeffrey Katzenberg. Come talk to me for a minute. He says, what are you going to do after you finish this? And I said, well, I know that you optioned this book called How to Train Your Dragon. I really love it. It's just something about it speaks to me. I love the characters. I love the place. And I said, but I know you want to get started on it pretty quickly, and I'm not going to be available for about 6 months or so. And he said, well, we'll wait on you.
You had a very specific idea about how you thought this should work. And I mean, I guess no one wants to use the word franchise when you first start something, and certainly in Dragons too. You know, you really see the maturation of these characters.
I think that was there are a couple of conceits that Dean said, if I'm going to do this, one of them was that this would take place 5 years later.
By meeting him at a different crossroads in his life, that being the moment where you're stepping over the threshold of childhood and into adulthood, that seemed like something that, to me, that was quite relatable and emotional and universal. I'd conceived of this character who was kind of feral in a way, that kind of a Jane Goodall or Diane Fossey-like character who had been living among dragons for Hiccup's entire life, that he was in fact his mother, that was shared an affinity for the creatures and has since been away all of this time. And that really required an actress who could bring confidence of character but also vulnerability and a very commanding presence, and I think Cate Blanchett does that better than most anyone I can think of. You know, we're a team of 400 people, so none of us can take credit for any one thing, but I have learned that the more hats you can wear, the more singular the vision can be, and so for that reason, taking the time to really write several drafts of that screenplay and storyboarding an early version of the movie meant that everybody could really invest their efforts on what's on screen as opposed to a lot of the exploratory work that's normally done in animation and trying to figure out what the film is as you're going. So for me, that was a real benefit.
There's a very personal story of yours at the heart of this incredibly moving movie.
When I was 19, my father passed away, and a lot of my life has been the culmination of those memories and those lessons that taught me how to be a man. For me, the movie is a tribute to the heroism and the sacrifice of parents, and specifically father.